let's play pretend. Let's pretend that money was no object. Today I wanted to share 10 items from luxury fashion houses that have definitely caught my eye, and if I had all the money in the world, I just might be swayed into purchasing them. I first heard about this video idea earlier this year from Amelia Rose's Closet, and I thought it was a really fun topic. Now, this is not about being responsible, okay? It's definitely not, because some of these items, quite frankly, are a waste of money. They are so outlandish, while others I definitely think are worth it. But this is kind of like if you had that FU money where you can spend it on foolish things and it didn't even matter. Oh yeah, so that's what this video is going to cover. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into spending some of my imaginary money and feeling totally broke in 3, 2, 1. All right, the first item, of course, is the Louis Vuitton steamer trunk to use as a coffee table. First things first, I think that the Louis Vuitton steamer trunks are totally worth it. I love the history of them, especially when you're talking about pieces from like the 1900s, 1920s, 1930s. I mean, you can buy some of the newer ones. They don't necessarily have the same type of steamer trunks now, but still, I think that some of those older pieces are fantastic, and to use them as a coffee table, how amazing would that be? I mean, I've seen some of them go from, anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000. It really depends on the condition. But to be able to use it as a coffee table, just sitting there in your house as a decorative piece, that would be fabulous. Because let's be honest, I have the type of Ashley furniture, Jerome's furniture, mass-produced coffee table money. I don't have Louis Vuitton coffee table money, you know what I'm saying? So that is definitely my number one. A Louis Vuitton coffee table, or a Louis Vuitton steamer trunk to use as a coffee table. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, and a total Louis Vuitton collector's piece, right? Wouldn't you say? All right, and that brings me to my number two. My number two I also think is worth it, and that is a Goyard vintage 3-piece travel set. Now, I have seen these travel sets in a variation of different colors, and same thing with like Louis Vuitton. I've seen them go anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000. It depends on the color, it depends on the condition, but I'm talking about the ones from like circa 1920s, 1930s, and to use those as travel pieces. But if I had the travel set, it's like, first of all, where the hell am I gonna go with that type of luggage? I mean, what am I gonna do? Carry it in coach? No, definitely not. But I think it would be amazing. I would want to use it as a decorative piece in my house as well, because I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. But again, we're talking about, that type of money where it doesn't matter what happens to it. And if I was to use it as a travel piece or as a travel set, how cool would that be? I mean, I'd have like my shoes in one, my shirts in another, my t-shirts, mind you, my shorts in another, like whatever was inside the trunk or the travel piece sets wouldn't necessarily portray what's on the outside, the exterior. So I don't know, but a vintage Goyard travel set I think would be amazing. Plus, you don't see Goyard travel pieces too often, but I think that they are absolutely beautiful. But can you imagine using a Goyard vintage travel set to go to like Vegas for the weekend or to go to New York for the week, and people are like, oh my God, I love your luggage. And oh yeah, thanks. It's from like the 1920s, 1930s. All right, moving on to number 3. Now this is where we start to get into the very outlandish, in my opinion. All right, so everyone in my family enjoys the game of pool, and we've always wanted to add a pool table into our game room. And when you think of pool tables, you think of a pretty good pool table ranging anywhere from what, $10,000 to $15,000. I know it depends on the brand, but give or take, right around there. But we're not talking about just any random pool table. Oh no. We're talking about a Louis Vuitton billiard monogram GM. Now, Louis Vuitton has this art of living section on their website, and I honestly think that Louis Vuitton takes the cake when it comes to this section of the fashion house, because many other fashion houses have this as well, but They have some of the most lavish pieces than anyone else. So when I went onto the website, I saw that they had not just one pool table. Oh no, they have a variety of different pool tables to pick from, but I absolutely loved this one. I mean, it's red, you have the monogram canvas, it literally comes with everything, and it's only going to set you back a cool $123,000. I just think that this one is beautiful compared to some of the other ones that they have because it's out there, but not really out there, is it? I feel like part of me is starting to justify the prices on some of these things. That is scary. We can't be having that. Definitely not. Yeah, just to have a Louis Vuitton pool table. And I think you'd have to have like a Louis Vuitton, maybe like game room theme thing going on. Like you'd have to have a Louis Vuitton lamp and Louis Vuitton stools. And then that's a whole different subject, right? I feel like it would turn in from one thing, it would turn into something else because you'd have to have matching things. I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, it would set you back a cool $123,000. No biggie, right? All right, so that brings us to number 4, another Louis Vuitton piece, and this is the beauty trunk. Now, this beauty trunk, I'm not really a beauty guru. Obviously, we can tell. The only thing I really enjoy is to have an obscene amount of lip products because I am a lip junkie. So I wouldn't want to fill this with lipsticks. I would want to use this as a display for my small leather goods. How awesome would that be? You open it all up and I have all my different SLGs in there. I mean, you have the rose ballerine interior, you have all these little boxes, you have these clear cases that have the Louis Vuitton monogram on them. I mean, I think that this item is absolutely gorgeous, but the price point is more than that billiard table. Oh yeah, you're talking about $149,000. $149,000 for a beauty trunk. Is it gorgeous? Absolutely. Absolutely. And to use it to display your small leather, well, in my case, to display my small leather goods. Oh yeah. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna use these things for my small leather goods. I have a Louis Vuitton beauty trunk, an SLG trunk is what I would call it. I don't know, but I think that this is absolutely gorgeous. And like I said before, Louis Vuitton takes the cake when it comes to the art of living section for sure. Now this next item, I have a feeling some of you are gonna be like, oh my God, Minnie, that is so tacky. But remember, you're talking about me. The more in your face it is, the more over the top it is, the more I like it. What can I say? I guess I'm tacky AF at the root of my being, right? But anywho, I would absolutely think that this Gucci camelback sofa in red velvet would be fantastic, especially in a room with like a gold chandelier and looking very, very opulent. I mean, I think it would be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now they have this in a variety of different colors. They have it in black. I think they have it in blue and green. But the red velvet, come on, the red velvet with like gold fixtures would look, it's just chef's kiss in my opinion, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have the Gucci monogram anywhere near it. It just has a little Gucci plaque on the back of it. But yeah, this baby comes in at $35,000. And remember, I have that Ashley Furniture, Jerome's Furniture, mass-produced furniture money. So when I think of $35,000 for a sofa, I think of, oh my God, that would be like a whole dining set and a whole living room set, not just one little couch or one little sofa. Although in its defense, it is a very large sofa as well, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. And it would have to be red. It would have to be red just because it's so rich. It's so decadent. You know what I mean? I don't know. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, my heart swooned. Yeah. A Gucci camelback sofa in red velvet would just be absolutely divine in my opinion. All right. Now this next item, you guys know that I kind of have a love-hate relationship when it comes to Hermes, but good old Hermes, I think they really take the cake when it comes to flatware. I mean, there are many luxury fashion houses that do the whole place setting. I mean, Dior has them, Gucci has them, I think Louis Vuitton has them as well, but you'd have to go through like concierge and whatnot. But Hermes has them, and I mean, I think that they're beautiful because they're very simple, but they also go back to their equestrian roots. So I think that's amazing. Now Hermes does have a couple different flatware or place settings, if you will. They have it in stainless steel. We don't want that. They have it in silver plating. We don't want that either. We want gold plating. And I saw these online. I actually saw them on another YouTuber once upon a time, but I saw the five-piece place setting, single place setting. I think it was like $2,025. So if you have anywhere from 6 to 8 place settings that you would need, that's a whole lot of money that you're talking about just for flatware. And here I thought I was fancy with like my Reed & Barton $49.99 Costco sale, flatware. But I think that these are absolutely beautiful. I think good old Hermes does it best for sure. And I mean, it looks simple, it looks lavish, it looks, I mean, over the top, but not in a bad way, in my opinion. Again, here I go. I feel like I am justifying these things because, I mean, $2,000 for one place setting. And if you need 6, I mean, come on. And then I started thinking about, oh my God, I can buy X many handbags. Do you guys do that too? I feel like when I see a big number, when I think of a big number, when it comes to those types of things, I'm like, oh my God, I can buy 4 bags. I can buy this. I think it's because I'm a handbag freak. I'm a handbag lover to the core of my being for sure. So I don't know. All right, so this next item, when I first saw them launch, I absolutely fell in love with them. They have a few different colors to pick from, but I am talking about the Chanel Success Story set with 4 mini bags and trunk. So I've seen this set go anywhere from $25,000 to $45,000, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. If you are a Chanel collector, I think that this is an amazing piece, but again, it has that crazy ass price point. But I love the fact that you have 4 mini bags, and they're not really mini bags, they're more like micro bags because they're smaller than mini bags. But they are functional pieces as well. And then you can take out all 4 of those bags and use the trunk for something else, for your SLGs or what have you. So the whole idea behind it, because it is a success story from Chanel, you have 4 different bags. You have the classic flap, you have the reissue, the Gabrielle, and the boy bag. I mean, that's amazing. Although, to be completely honest with you, I only like 2 out of those 4 bags. You guys know how I feel. But the whole idea behind it, and then you have these 4 functional bags, and then you have this trunk that you can use for something else as well. I love everything about it except for the price point. But then again, I don't expect anything less when it comes to a collector's piece like this from Chanel. But I think that they are just absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, there are a few different colors to pick from. I love the black because, I mean, black is classic, but it is just, oh, every time I see it, especially when I see it on like resale websites, I'm like, oh my God, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But the price is just a little bit scary, right? Now this next item I think is probably the most ridiculous on this list. It is so over the top. It is a Tiffany & Co. sterling silver and 24 karat gold vermeil chess set. Now we have 2 chess sets at our house. We have one in glass and we have one in wood. So when I saw this in their everyday objects tab, mind you, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's really nice. Of course, it's very over the top. It's very Tiffany & Co. when it comes to this section. You have the sterling silver, gorgeous. You have the 24 karat gold as well, gorgeous. And then I saw the price point and I was like, oh, we're totally not playing around here. Absolutely not. Because this chess set is not $50,000. Oh no. This chess set is not $75,000. This chess set comes in at $125,000. I was like, holy cow, that is insane. I mean, like I said before, we have chess sets, we play chess, and when I saw, I was like, oh yeah, they definitely did not come to play. You know what I mean? And can you imagine this chess set on top of your Louis Vuitton coffee table? Just just sitting there. People walk in, they're like, oh, what is this? Oh, what is this? What is this going on? That would be, that's crazy. But the price point, I was like, that's a down payment on a house. That's a whole damn car. Like, that is crazy, you know? But yeah, $125,000. No big when it comes to a Tiffany & Co. chess set. But again, we have that FU money. We got to spend it on something. Why not spend it on something as out of this world and as outlandish as this chess set, for sure. All right, so we're getting down to the last two. The next one, I couldn't find the price point anywhere. I saw some where they said it was like 10,000. I don't think it was 10,000. But I am talking about the Christian Dior Vespa with accessories. So this Vespa, I mean, where am I going to use a Vespa? Where am I going to go? Am I going to go to the post office? Am I going to go to the grocery store? I might be inclined to do that. But like, where the hell am I going to use a Vespa? But I think that the Christian Dior Vespa is so incredibly cute. Like I said, I don't know the exact price point. I saw somewhere that said that 10,000, but there is no way in hell this thing is $10,000, right? But they also made a special trunk for this Vespa, and they made a special helmet for this Vespa. If I'm not mistaken, you have to have the Vespa in order to buy that trunk and to buy the helmet. You can't buy them separately, but I love the details of them. I think this is so incredibly cute, and it's not just some random Vespa. Oh no, it's a Christian Dior themed Vespa with all of the accessories. Now I know that Gucci also got together with the Fiat. I'm not a fan of the Fiat. I don't like it. And I really didn't like what they did with the whole Gucci thing either. But this one is cute. It's cute for sure. And to use just for errands here and there, kind of like here in Southern California, you see people, you use the golf carts to go to the store all the time. So maybe that's how I would end up using it. But yeah, just, you know, just your everyday Dior Vespa with cute accessories. Why not, right? I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. All right, so my last item, when you think about the pieces separately, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's outlandish. But when I think of how I would like to have them together, that's when the price point to me is a little bit scary, especially for something that is purely decorative, that doesn't have the history that a steamer trunk has or a travel set or anything like that. I am talking about the Louis Vuitton origami flowers. So Louis Vuitton has these origami flowers. They come in a variety of different colors, and each flower comes in at $375. Like I said, not crazy, right? Because I think that they're beautiful, but I would literally just be using them as a decorative piece. But I don't want one, I don't want two. I think that a minimum of 12, realistically, I think 24 would look fantastic, you know, in a little bouquet. But it's like, okay, where am I going to put this bouquet of Louis Vuitton flowers? Oh, I got you, because Louis Vuitton also has a porcelain vase from the Boîte Chapeau. And if you include the porcelain vase with 24 of these Louis Vuitton origami flowers together, that would look amazing. So if you have 24 of these leather flowers and this vase and you combine them together, you're talking about $10,640 before tax, just for something that's going to sit there and look pretty. Then I go back to the whole 10 G's. Damn, 10 G's, I can spend it on this bag and that SLG, because I always end up going back to that. What can I say? But these origami flowers, I think that they're so beautiful because they're so simple, and to just have a bouquet of them just sitting there in that vase would look amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we have come to the end of this video. These are my 10 luxury goods that I would buy if I had all the money in the world. And I know throughout the video I said I had that Ashley furniture money, that Jerome's furniture money, and that is not meant as a bad thing. I like the pieces that I have from Jerome's furniture. Hell, I like the pieces that I have from IKEA. There is nothing wrong with that. But it was just using it as a comparison. But yeah, so some of these pieces, as I said before, they're so out there, they're so over the top that in some cases I think that they're worth it. In others, I personally think that they are a waste of money. But I love the fact that they have these items available for people that have for people that have the financial means for these pieces, you know. And if you have the money for it, if it makes you happy, why not? Why the hell not go for it? You know what I mean? Life is way too short. Yeah, so as I said before, this was just about playing pretend. This was just, I mean, it doesn't cost me a dime to pretend that I'm spending this money on these pieces. Some of them definitely make me want to hyperventilate just thinking about them, because that's not my style. But I just had to share them with you because I think that they're rad and they're awesome in their own ways. Whether you agree with it or not, I think that they're pretty cool. But what about you? If you guys had all the money in the world, if you had that FU money, what would you spend it on? And remember, we're only talking about luxury goods here, because obviously there are a million other things that you can spend your money on if you had that type of money. But either way, we're only talking about luxury goods here. What would you spend it on? Let us know in the comment section down below. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.